A noun is a person, place, or thing. Some nouns might be the professor, which would be a person. Any place is a noun, like Concord, Portsmouth, New Hampshire, the United States. Those are all nouns. And also inanimate objects like book, television, animals, cats, dogs. Those are all nouns. So one of the big differences between English and Spanish is that in Spanish, all nouns have gender. They're either masculine or feminine. As a general rule, if a noun ends in an O, it is masculine. And again, as a general rule, if a noun ends in an A, it's feminine. When you refer to a male person, like a male professor, a boy, a man, Mr., a male doctor, all those words are masculine. And the same goes for female people. So you have a female professor or a female doctor, a girl, woman. Those are all feminine. However, words that are things, like we talked about before, like a book, a backpack, a class, a university, they all have assigned gender. So they're either masculine or feminine, and that never changes. And it has nothing to do with sex, like being female or male. It just has a gender, and it's either masculine or feminine. However, there are many, many exceptions to the above rules that I just said. For example, el día, day, is masculine, but it ends in an A. La mano ends in an O. But hand, the word hand, is actually feminine. There are some general rules that you can use to determine whether something is masculine or feminine, or whether you can make something that is masculine into feminine or feminine into masculine. We just talked about people who are male have male the gender is masculine for them. So if you take the example of trabajador under number 1, the words that end in consonants like R and L, so trabajador ends in R. To make it feminine, all you have to do is add an A onto the end. So you have trabajadora, which would be a hardworking female, someone who's a female and hardworking. Nouns that end in E, they don't change whether they're masculine or feminine. So you have el estudiante, which is a male student, and la estudiante, which is a female student. No change. Nouns that end in sion, tad, dad, umbre are always feminine. So if you see an ending on a noun that has those endings, then you can say right away to yourself, that's feminine. La universidad, la libertad, la muchedumbre. Words that enter Spanish from other languages tend to be masculine. Like you could have some words from English that come into Spanish. They're most always masculine, but words that specifically come from Greek, they're always masculine. And they're tricky because they end in ma, and they're from Greek origin. A lot of times the Greek words have to do with science and that type of thing, but they're actually masculine. So you have el mapa, the map, el planeta, the planet, and el tema, which is a theme. And notice that tema always looks like it's feminine, but it's actually masculine. The last category of nouns is some that don't fit any of the rules. So my suggestion is that when you learn any new noun in Spanish, whether it follows the rules or not. Just memorize the gender along with it. So if you want to make a noun plural in Spanish, there are 3 general rules. If you have a noun that ends in a vowel, like O, A, E, then all you have to do is add an S to make it plural. So you have lo libro, and that becomes libros, which is book. So libro is book, libros are books. Same thing with mochila. If a noun ends in a consonant, that's like L, R, D, J, what you're going to do to make that noun plural is add ES. So you have universidad becomes universidades. Reloj becomes relojes. And the third rule is that if something ends in a Z, like lápiz, which means pencil, what you're going to do is change the Z into a C. And then you go back to this rule about something ending in a consonant, so you'll add ES onto it. So what you come out with is lápiz, and then it's lápices. The articles in Spanish correspond to the gender and the number of the noun. The way that you would say the in Spanish is called, well, the is a definite article. So you have, for masculine singular, you're going to have el, and for masculine plural, you'll have los, feminine singular la, and feminine plural los. And so some examples of making things plural are el libro would become los libros. La chica would become las chicas. Same general concept applies to the indefinite article, only the indefinite article means a, an, and some. So you have un, unos, una, and unas. Un libro is a book. Unos libros are some books. That's less definite. It's like a book is not a specific book, but it's a book.